Alright everyone, I thought I'd give a quick rundown of what I'm doing before I wrap my night up. I've been out in the garden and I got I trimmed up all the tomato plants and everything's looking good except for one tomato plant, but I'll keep an eye on it. But we got some ground cherries here. They're doing well and they seem like they're growing right up into the cattle panel pretty good, so we'll see how that goes. This is the first time ever growing those. I'm gonna come on down. I got a tomato. What it is, I don't know. Because I thought I was going to be on it this year. I printed up labels and all my labels faded in the sun. So I have a rough idea what most things are, but there's a few I don't. That was a volunteer tomato that came up. I thought I would just let it grow. Got my Brussels sprouts here. They're looking pretty good so far. Got a little bit of basil in the corner. I always plant basil and marigolds and cilantro. You can see that big old bush here with my tomatoes, and it seems to work pretty well for me. As you can see, I trimmed them up really well, and I have oodles and oodles of tomatoes on here. Now this variety is called Carbon, and I bought one last year and planted it, and I normally grow all my own starts, and I was hooked. So I bought seeds this year, and there's 12 of plants in there, and so that's what you can just see in there. Look at all those. And when they go into clusters like that, what I've learned is it's best to keep it to a 4 or 5 in a cluster. If you go more than that, you tend to get a bunch of little ones. But you can see a couple of nice good sized ones in there. I got a lot of leaf curl, but it has been crazy hot here, and I keep it watered. I got my drip irrigation in. You can kind of see it. It's underneath my mulch and stuff, but yeah, it works really well, and it saves me a boatload of work. But as you can see, as I walk on down here, there is still so many tomatoes. I think I counted the other day, and I had over 100. Did a rough count. I'm sure I didn't see them all. And that's that one plant kind of looking rough. We'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. And this is my trellising system. As you can see, I got these wires that I bought. I think I bought them from Bootstrap Farmer. And I hook them on there, and then I come down. And then they don't go all the way down to when the tomato is small. So I tie a piece of string onto it and wrap it on there. But what I also do is, you can see here, it's kind of sloppy, but it works. I take paracord because I can reuse it over and over again. Garden twine doesn't work so good, and I run it on the back and on the front side of the tomato plants. It just gives it support, because as you can see, when you get a lot of weight on there, it could be quite heavy on the plant, and it would just fall over. So keep it up like this. You got them trimmed up. That allows for a lot of airflow. It reduces any kind of it reduces your chance of disease tremendously. You need that airflow. And look at that. Is that crazy? That looks like a fireworks cluster. That's awesome. So I'm real happy with it. And it's getting a little late. Mosquitoes are trying to come out. So this is where my walking onions are, and I have neglected them totally because I've been busy. And honestly, I don't eat as much as I thought I would. So I am going to clear them out and make a smaller space for my walking onions. And I am going to plant some tromboncino. It's a squash, very similar to a zucchini squash, but a lot more resistant to that vine borer. So, and I'm going to put a cattle panel arch up here for it to grow on, so we'll get rid of all that. So anyways, it's looking pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with everything. My beans are starting to grow up the trellis there. My onions, they took a serious beating on one of the rains we had a while back, and they're standing up now, but I did not mulch after I pulled my boards out, and I got a bunch of weeds in there, so I'll try to weed as much as I can without disturbing, but I'm just going to roll with what I got and see how it goes. The onions I just grow for us. I'm not growing that to sell, but I'm working it all out, learning as I go, because I'm going to be selling, hopefully I'll be selling a lot of produce here soon. The greenhouse is really where I'm going to plan on kicking out a lot of it, but it's not set up completely. In front of me here is my celery, and it's doing quite well, in my opinion. So, I mean, you can kind of see in there, it's a little dark, but yeah, they're big. It's getting pretty beefy. So I'll be harvesting some of that for some of my microgreen delivery customers. I always give my microgreen delivery customers first dibs. They've been really loyal and take care of me. I gotta take care of them. And over here, got my cucumbers. I got Suyo Long, I think is how you pronounce it, and then Party Time cucumbers. And I already picked a bunch already, but I've got more coming on. These Party Time are a lot smaller, but I really like them, and they kick out a lot of them. The Suyo Long are a lot longer and big, but they don't kick out as many. At least this is my first year with the Suyo Long. I've done the Party Time before. I'm going to continue to do that. I ordered some seeds based on Chef Mikey. I came across him on YouTube a while ago. I've been watching him for quite some time, and he talked about a Katrina cucumber, and he bought seeds from Johnny's Seeds, so I bought some, and I'm going to give those a shot. I'm going to grow those in the greenhouse. Now what you're looking at is cucamelons, and these vines are vicious. I mean, they keep going. I mean, they're almost at the top. Well, they reached the top right there of a 16-foot cattle panel. So this will be a solid green wall in another week or two. So, but and then the little cucamelons are getting on here. I don't know if we can get one. You can see it right there, little baby cucamelon. They'll be getting a lot bigger, but they're about the size of a grape. One of the grapes you see in the grocery store. And yeah, that's I'm excited. Everything's happening, coming together. I got my tomatoes in late. The only ones I got in earlier on time was the ones we just looked at, but all my others kind of got in a little bit later. So I've got a Super Sweet 100 in there, a Sun Gold, and I think 2 Super Sweet 100s, Sun Gold. I don't know what the others are. Again, the label's faded, so I will roll with what I get. Some pepper plants. I just planted some bunching onion seeds in there too. I should be able to get some of those in about 60 days or so. And I guess I could take you out to the front as well. Alright, got the front. Coming walking in here. I just put up a cattle panel a while back and going with that. And I'm trying to do a lot of perennials up here. I'm still growing my annual veggies, but that is a kiwi vine that's supposed to take over this whole cattle panel. And then I've got rattlesnake pole beans that are starting to climb up my cattle panel here. And I got what you call a mess. This bed I haven't got to. I got chives going on in here. I got some parsley in there. I gotta weed it badly and then mulch it. Chamomile. Got some echinacea, and also an amaranth plant. And my lemongrass is actually starting to grow. It took a long time, but lemongrass, dill. Got a volunteer tomato. I thought I'd let it grow. It's called pineapple sage. It's an annual. Some basil. I got me a fig tree right there, and some lavender. And this is pine mulch, by the way. I like how it looks. That little stuff right there, that's called lovage. And I started that from seed. It took a long time, but it's growing now. This dill plant, obviously it's an annual, but as long as you don't crowd out my lovage, I'll let it go. It's great to attract predatory insects that'll eat the bad insects. Got some rosemary down there, got some lettuce. I've been harvesting on that lettuce for over a month. It's still going. Some basil, some more lettuce, another fig tree right there. Some basil. I'm looking forward to the figs. The rosemary. This is a Juneberry. Not looking as healthy as I'd like, but we'll see how it goes. Then here's some lovage that I got from a very dear customer, and it is doing really well. Excuse me. Some more lavender, and then this fig is really growing well. Some more basil. I got some branching sunflower coming up. These were volunteers from last year. I had a lot. I kept it down to 2 in the ground and put 1 in a pot. And then my amaranth there. More dill. I let the dill comes up as volunteers, and it's great for the garden. So I just keep it away from my tomatoes. I guess dill and tomatoes don't do well. So and these tomatoes are looking a little rough, and that leaf curl from the heat, and all I can do is just try to do the best. I don't use chemicals or anything like that, so all I can do is do what you can do. So that's what I will. Keep on keeping on. I got to come in and weed the bed again and remulch, add some more mulch, try to keep this stuff under control. But I think with some more water and a little bit cooler days, we'll probably do all right. This is actually a salsa garden. There's some cilantro down there in the middle. Basil, tomatoes, peppers, jalapenos, and sweet banana peppers. But yeah, that's what I got going on there. This one I got to, and I was able to weed it and remulch, and it looks a lot better. Again, same plants in both beds here and here. But I got to take care of this bed here. I do a little bit every day after work, so it's a bit of a job, but I do enjoy it. It keeps my head straight. So I've got peppers here. We've got sweet banana peppers and Whopper jalapeno and Jedi jalapeno. I got a couple Roma tomato plants, and then I got a bunch more tomato plants, and got those up using my trellising system again. I think it's called Quick Clip trellising system. So got another tomato here, and I did this year to last year I didn't keep it pruned up, and it blocked where the mailman couldn't get down the sidewalk, so I couldn't let that keep happening. So it looks like those are looking pretty good, if you see up on there. So I'm excited, but I give it a little more room, and I'll keep it trimmed up and won't go take over the sidewalk there. We got another tomato. And until that kiwi berry goes in there, I'll probably plant me some cucumbers up in here. So use the space while I got it. So anyways, that is the front yard. A little messy up here, but hey, this is real life. This isn't I only show you when everything looks pristine, because in real life that's not the way it works. So anyhow, I got more stuff planned for this big old mess here. You can see the terrible mess it is now, but that's going to be a little patio area right there with a couple chairs and a little table, little bistro set up to where I can enjoy my coffee and enjoy the garden. So but I got a lot of weeds to pull out. It's getting a little dark out here, so I'm going to have to call it a day. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and the rest of your week goes well. I will talk to you later. Bye.